everyone. This is Kelly. I'm one of the analysts here at Main Street ROI. We love helping businesses with their digital marketing, and one of the ways that we do that is through our Main Street marketing tip videos. Today's video is about how much money you need to spend in Google Ads. Now, this is a question that we often get from prospective clients and new advertisers. It's one of those things that people are not quite sure about. They want to wrap their head around that and figure out how much they need to invest to get a good result and to see some conversions rolling in and get either foot traffic to their store or get people to their website, and then sometimes even get people on the phone. So it's a really good question to ask. And there are a few different ways you can go about getting that perfect monthly budget and go with a solid number to test on your initial campaign that you launch in Google Ads. So I have a really helpful blog article pulled up here from our website. This is just another good resource that you can look at after the video if you'd like. But one of those questions is, how much is the cost per click going to be? Now this can really vary depending on the industry, and I've seen some of our clients have really affordable cost per click, like in the range of 50 cents or less. And then we also have clients, for example, there may be a lawyer or a financial advisor or some industry along those lines where they're highly competitive, and some of them are in saturated markets where there's a lot of competition. Now those costs per click can go anywhere from $40 up to over $100, and that's per click. So you know it's not a one thing fits all type of scenario at all. The Google Ads budget can vary greatly depending on what your marketing goals are, what your industry is, how much competition there is, and it could also have to do with where you are located. For example, if you're out in a very rural area and there's just not very many businesses around you, then you might actually get more affordable click costs on Google than someone who's, for instance, in San Francisco or Atlanta or New York City. So you're going to see those average cost per click go up with the increased competition as well. So the time frame that you want to spend on Google Ads, as far as the total number of clicks you need to get to even get some good insights that are statistically significant. We don't like to make decisions on the fly with very little data. It's just not a good way to go about optimizing campaigns or making decisions too quickly. It does take a little bit of time for Google's algorithm to adjust and to know exactly what type of lead they need to send to you, whether it's via phone or to the website or to your app. So we strongly suggest that you can get at least 10 clicks a day, bare minimum. So, oftentimes we'll do some quick math and suggest to our clients, anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 on their monthly total budget to pay directly to pay directly to Google Ads. And that's so that we can get enough data coming in that there are statistically significant numbers that we can even look at. So, the other thing is the time frame for how long we want to run that campaign. And we always suggest to at least give it 3 to 4 months, bare minimum. We've got to give Google time, like I said, to adjust to any kind of adjustments that you've made. We want to have enough data rolling in before we even make adjustments. That way, anything that we do is done with that data in mind. So For example, if you start to add negative keywords from the search terms report, you'll start getting more high quality clicks coming into your campaigns once those negative keywords have been added and you start building those up. And then we also see big changes with any kind of bid adjustments that might be made in the account, whether it's based on demographics, devices, if you have a much higher conversion rate on cell phones or a much higher conversion rate on desktop computers. All of those things come into play when we make bid adjustments, and you want to give that campaign enough time to have enough data to make that kind of decision on whether you want to reduce or increase your bids for certain things. Now, another thing to keep in mind is your sales process. So I don't, I don't want to necessarily stay on this screen the whole time. But if you're a business that is a long sales cycle, for instance, if you have a very I don't know if expensive is the right word, but if you have like a large item that someone is going to take a significant amount of time to research. For example, let me just think. One of our clients, they have therapeutic pools, and they're like exercise pools, and they are quite the investment if you're going to be installing it, especially in a professional environment. If you're going to be shopping around for, let's just say, one of those, like a set of those to be installed in a university somewhere. Whoever's going to be managing that project is going to be doing their research. They're going to be contacting multiple people. So that sales cycle might go on and on for several months, as opposed to like an e-commerce type setup where you're selling products that are $300 or less, and it doesn't take a significant amount of time for that person to do the research. They're going to probably convert within a matter of 1 to 3 days, and they'll either buy it from you or they'll go to a competitor. So you'll have to kind of consider your sales cycle. For example, a mortgage broker is an example here in this article. Then you could be searched for 9,900 times in a month anywhere, around the US. So if 1% of those searchers clicked on your ad, then you can get, 99 clicks from that specific keyword. So is it realistic that all of those clicks will turn into engaged website visitors that are going to convert into a sale? That's not likely. So you have to have a longer time frame and spread out your monthly budget across several months. Now, the conversion rate is another thing that I had mentioned to you. As far as having 99 clicks on your ad, having those 99 visitors actually convert is not likely. That is almost an impossibility. But if you say 1 out of 5, for instance, are going to convert, then you can say, okay, well, I have a conversion rate of 20%, which would be great. So if you only have a few days in your sales cycle and 20% of your leads are likely to convert, then you would basically figure out how many leads you could get with your total monthly budget based on the likelihood of those clicks converting. So if you say like 20% of those clicks are going to convert, so your keyword is going to cost, however much, depending on what you find out. You can go to the keyword research planner tool here in Google. There's a lot of tools available to you. You can type in any kind of relevant keywords that you think people may use to find your business or discover your business online. You can get search volume and forecasts, and then you can also get an idea on the average cost per click. So for instance, let's just say in-ground swimming pool near installer. Let's just say in-ground swimming pool installer, or swimming pool contractor. Let's just do that for example. And then Google will show you different keyword ideas. Let me move this up here. So Google will show you different keyword ideas. In-ground swimming pool installer, swimming pool contractor, those are the two that I gave Google. So 12,000 average monthly searches across the US. Pool installation near me is another option, and you can actually tell that there are other keywords here that have a higher search volume than the ones that I thought of. So that's another reason to go into your keyword research planner tool. You can see the top of the page bid here is $2.12. This is the low range. Probably if you're less likely to see some competition in your area, you'll see the low range top of the page bid. Now, if you're in a highly competitive market, for instance, if you're in Florida, a lot of people need a pool down here, so you're going to see a lot of those contractors. More than likely, you're going to be paying the high range top of page bid for markets where swimming pools are extremely popular in warmer climates. So this is a tool that you can use to get an idea of your average cost per click. And then once you have a good idea of that, then your test budget, let's just say if you can get one new client from 100 clicks on a targeted keyword, and if your keyword is going to cost roughly $13.76 per click, then that would be about $1,376 to generate one sale, and that's in ad spend. So if you put this into your budget, then if you only have $100 a month to test, which we would never suggest you do that, but if you only have that dollar amount, then it's going to take you about a year of testing. Now, if you could do at least $2,000 a month for your monthly budget, then that would give us a better idea of how quickly we can optimize, because you're going to at least need to spend this much just to get one sale. Now, this is just all theoretical, but these are a pretty good guideline into how you can determine what your test budget ought to be in Google Ads. So if you know what your typical conversion rates are, then that would be a good place to start with your calculations. Do customers buy a product or service of yours in the same day? Do they have to come back? And is it like a personal sales process where there's a lot of follow-up involved? So all of those things come into play. And you have to consider all of that when you're doing your calculation. But just as an overall suggestion, we generally do like to start with about $1,500 a month at least in Google Ads for your monthly budget. We can work with clients with lower budgets as well. We definitely have a handful of clients across all ranges of budgets, so no worries there. We'll definitely work with what you have in most cases. So we really do enjoy helping these small businesses, and sometimes we also will actually help agencies with their clients as well. So I do hope you found this video helpful. If you did, then feel free to share this video as well. And we also have a Google Ads checklist that you can download that can help you out. It's completely free. Check that out in the description below. Thank you for watching. Until next time.